Hello everybody, just doing a special episode of Coffee with Mr. Karsten this afternoon. Late October, just a beautiful afternoon here at LSA. K-12 education offered at 2001 Eastbound Road here in Decatur. We continue to just invite any of our current families to tell someone they know or anybody that sees this that would want to come in and hear more about what we're all about. To come in and take a tour and consider LSA for your children and your family, kindergarten all the way up through high school. Continue to be very blessed. You know, we're 1/4 of the way through the school year. Just sent report cards home and parent-teacher conferences next week, and it just caused me to start to think about the beginning of the school year, and I wanted to share a few of those thoughts with you today. We started back in August with kind of what I would say as a visual, a three-legged stool, a three-pronged approach, if you will. And the first approach, the first leg of the stool, was getting back to sharing our faith. It's always been the core of this Lutheran Christian school, but to get back and start with our faculty and let that move into our classrooms and our athletic fields and our athletic courts, and just start to make a difference in our own faculty and make a difference in the kids and families' lives here. We started off in August with a Share Your Faith workshop, and it just reminded us that heaven is a free gift and that man is a sinner and cannot earn heaven on his own, and that God is a merciful and just God who sent his son Jesus to die for us. And it's faith in that, not just that message, but that act that Jesus did on the cross and the empty tomb that has earned us a place in heaven and removed sin and any kind of barrier that we have between God and ourselves. And we got back to the core of that, our own individual faith as a faculty, and just started off our school year in such a special and positive way. And it's been wonderful to see that start to go into the classroom and to be shared with our students and their families. The second prong, we really talked about relationships. Certainly I just described a relationship that God has with us and that we have with God, very important. But our own relationships here on this earth, and especially through this ministry, we've focused on teacher-administrator relationships, and then we focused on teacher-student and teacher-parent relationships. And we developed characteristics of what a positive relationship with that other person in those categories would look like. And it's just really been something that we've continued to talk about and work through and work on. And we continue to see our interactions with each other becoming more and more positive. And both of those things, our share our faith and our relationships, has gotten this school year off to a very positive start. The third leg of the stool, if you will, has become just our educational setting. We're looking at bringing an in-service here in early November that's going to take some best practices to our teachers and to our principals, and just talk about what great teachers do differently, what great principals do differently, and equipping those teachers and administrators to do their job in the most effective way. As we've started the school year, you know, it's humbling to say this, and I say this with just sincerity and integrity. Probably in 20 plus years of starting school years, probably one of the most positive starts to a school year that I've ever experienced. Great people here, a great setting, all grounded in our faith and our relationships, even more so this year. Would invite you to consider being a part of LSA. Tell somebody you know, come over for a tour, look at what we offer. We talk about a mission statement that equips in excellence kids socially and academically and especially spiritually. And we continue to bring that mission as an extension of our churches to this Decatur community. We take transfer students. We will talk about new enrollment in probably many Coffee with Mr. Karsten episodes going forward. But as you consider what might be best for your family, know that there's an open invitation for you to come over and see what we do. It's been Coffee with Mr. Karsten, and this special episode to just talk about the beginning of the school year. To God be the glory for all that is going on here at LSA.